I've got my 4 sprites that animate and do slightly different things, but it's all very quiet at the moment. So what I'm going to have a quick look at now is adding some sounds. Let's start off with the caterpillar sprite, making sure I've got the right sprite selected, and let me just get rid of that old comment over there. One of the tabs is sound, and what we can do is first of all actually play some of the default sounds, which is a cat meowing. Obviously not that appropriate. If I click on the down arrow, we've only got meow available at the moment, but if I go over to sounds here, you can see we've got the cat meow, which if we don't really want it we could delete, and then we've got an option, we can choose a sound from the library, and there's quite a few different options in here. It may be that maybe there's not an appropriate sound for my caterpillar, but that will be okay for the moment. So what I'll find now, if I go back to scripts, rather than playing the sound meow, I can play beatbox 1. So every time now the caterpillar's clicked, it does something slightly interesting. I could do that again for the strawberry. Let's make sure I've got the strawberry sprite clicked. I'm going to go to sounds first of all this time. Let's get rid of the meow. Let's choose one from the library. Is Alien Creek? Nope. You see, we're struggling a little bit here for appropriate sounds related to munching, a caterpillar munching a strawberry. But I think, to be honest, because it's a story, we'll put in the fairy dust one there. Let's go back to my scripts. We're going to make it play sound fairy dust. So let's see what happens. That was on the apple. That's okay, it's reasonable. And from the children's point of view, they could be actually putting different sound effects onto different things from the library. Or what we're going to move on to have a little look at next is to actually record our own sound. And for this, I'm actually going to put it onto the backdrop, the stage. We haven't really had a look at actually putting any code onto the stage as such yet, but in just the same way as we can put scripts on sprites, we can put scripts onto the background. And I think from an event point of view, I'm going to have it when the stage is clicked. Now, if you wanted to at this point, you could actually make an extra background, perhaps a night scene rather than a day scene, and the script could be when the stage is clicked, on looks, it goes to next backdrop. You're animating the background. But what I'm actually going to get it to do is it's going to play a sound whenever I click the stage. And the sound that I'm going to use for this is, let's get rid of the pop, is that I'm actually going to record a new sound. And if you're using Scratch 2.0 on the web, you're most likely going to get a little window asking you for permission. Hit allow, and I'm going to allow it to use my microphone. You can see I'm hopefully generating a bit of sound here. It's actually recording right now, which I didn't really want it to do. Never mind, let's ditch that one. Let's start again. Record new sound. Here we go. I'm just going to introduce the story. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. And there's my waveform. You can see there's a couple of bits and pieces that you can do in terms of effects. What I would recommend, if you haven't had a play with it, Audacity is completely free, and you can actually save your work from Audacity and then actually upload it from file in the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So for example, you could record the class singing a song or similar, and then give it the children on your network drive to actually put straight into their Scratch recordings. Let's go back to the scripts now. It's not going to play the pop sound, it's going to play recording 1. And let's just run my Scratch project now in full screen. Hopefully it's got some animation. And if I click on the background, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. And my project's nearly at a stage where it's ready to try out on other children.